It is my pleasure to introduce you Toyota's second generation RAV4 EV powered by Tesla. In 2010, Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda partnered with Elon Musk to invest $50 million in Tesla for a 2.5% stake in the company. Tesla was never supposed to be a threat to Toyota's company. Nonetheless, Tesla is now worth more than 3 times as much as Toyota. Akio Toyoda is deeply concerned about the future of his company. I'll explore Toyota's aspirations to outsell Tesla over the next decade in this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Financial Market TV. Please consider subscribing for more similar stuff, and let's get started. Toyota and Tesla teamed up in 2010 to produce a RAV4 EV powered by Tesla. The vehicle, which cost over $50,000 and exclusively sold in California, had a driving range of 100 miles. Despite the fact that few RAV4 EVs were sold, the relationship meant more than just RAV4 EV sales. It was done to assist Toyota in meeting the California Air Resources Board's EV standards, as well as to generate revenue for Tesla, as well as increasing battery production. Not only that, but Toyota wanted to become less risk-averse, according to Akio Toyoda. Toyoda stated, Toyota would like to learn from the challenging spirit, quick decision-making, and flexibility that Tesla has. Toyota had no idea at the time, but the culture he described proved to be the most significant impediment to the relationship. The Tesla-Toyota relationship ended in 2014 due to a severe culture clash. On one hand, Toyota's cautious and slow production approach, and on the other, Tesla's risk-taking attitude borrowed from Silicon Valley. Toyota sold a chunk of its Tesla stock in late 2014, and the company's whole share in Tesla was sold by the end of 2016. Tesla did this after opening a store in Toyota's hometown of Nagoya, Japan. With the benefit of hindsight, Toyota's stake in Tesla would be worth $17.3 billion today if it had held on to it. The return on investment for Toyota on Tesla would be 346%, or 346 times their investment. Today, Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda made some competing comments about Tesla and Elon Musk. Furthermore, Toyota is working on a vehicle that they predict will outsell Tesla. This is what we'll be talking about in this video. The Toyota CEO was furious when Tesla overtook Toyota in terms of market capitalization in late 2020. Akio Toyoda stated, Tesla says that the recipe will be the standard in the future, but what Toyota has is a real kitchen and chef. We are losing when it comes to the share price, but when it comes to the products, we have a full menu that will be chosen by customers. Toyota is basically saying that they have a wide range of vehicles, including an upcoming array of electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, internal combustion engines, and hydrogen-powered vehicles. To be honest, the Toyota CEO comment appeared to be very close-minded. Why would Tesla's owners keep recipes in their garage? While you may be perplexed, some now have quote-unquote genuine autos. Toyota's phrase carries some hidden meaning. Electric vehicles, he believes, will not be the future of the next decade, and the victor would need to be able to drive a variety of vehicles. Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda says there's a lot his firm can learn from Elon Musk on his Q3 conference call, but he's convinced that Toyota will win. With his broad and diverse product mix in the long run, Toyota issued a dire warning to the EV market a month after his cooking analogy. This was in response to the meteoric rise of Tesla and other electric vehicle manufacturers. At a press conference, Toyota stated that if the auto industry transitions to EVs too quickly, it will be disastrous. The automobile industry's existing business model is doomed. He then calculated the infrastructure required to support a 100-person population. Japan's EV fleet would cost anything from $135 to $358 billion, or even more. Toyota contended that electric vehicles are not environmentally friendly because coal and natural gas are used to generate the majority of the country's electricity. When politicians declare, let's get rid of all gasoline cars, the more EVs we manufacture, the worse carbon dioxide becomes. Do they comprehend what I'm saying? Several studies include one from the Union of Concerned Scientists have refuted the notion that electric vehicles generate more carbon than internal combustion engines. Of course, EVs do emit carbon. Vehicle manufacturing and power generation, however, it is substantially less than internal combustion engines during the vehicle's lifetime. Toyota is attempting to use this information to promote his viewpoint that electric vehicles aren't the way of the future. With that in mind, you can probably predict that Toyota's goal is to outsell Tesla, but you'd be wrong. Because despite Toyota's remarks, Toyota's plan isn't to outsell Tesla at all. Toyota, in addition to its expenditures in hydrogen and hybrid vehicles, is making considerable investments in electric vehicles. After all, hydrogen technology appears to be the way of the future. The most prevalent element on the Earth is hydrogen. Nonetheless, the reality is that its technology is inefficient. On top of that, we have the electricity that is generated, and it moves down to the ultimate energy output when it becomes hydrogen. Each step of the process causes the electricity to shrink on and on. First, AC-DC conversion leaves 95% of the electricity left. Then, electrolysis leaves 75%. And finally, compression transportation leaves 75%. The fuel cell and the fuel cell car each use only 23 kilowatt hours, or about a third of the initial energy of 100 kilowatt hours. When we look at the opposite end of the spectrum, hydrogen is even less efficient at 19 kilowatt hours, or 19%, whereas electric vehicles still produce 69 kilowatt hours, or 69% of the starting electricity. Elon Musk describes hydrogen as insanely foolish. Elon Musk is correct. According to the chief engineer of Toyota's hydrogen initiatives, it is preferable to charge the electric automobile immediately with a plug. Despite this, Toyota continues to invest in hydrogen for the worst possible reason. We don't really see an antagonistic zero-sum relationship between the EV and the hydrogen car. Toyota chairman Akio Toyoda remarked, "We have no intention of abandoning hydrogen electric fuel cell technology." The fact that Toyota recognizes hydrogen isn't as capable as electric but continues to invest in it demonstrates the company's tenacity. Toyota started developing its new battery in 2012, claiming that it could potentially more than double the range of electric vehicles, possibly up to 1,000 kilometers, and it's even cheaper. The battery would be a sodium-ion battery, which is lightweight and inexpensive because sodium is the sixth most abundant element on Earth's crust. However, this battery seems to be years away, which is why we'll be paying more attention to Toyota's solid-state battery, which Toyota believes will be ready for a reveal in 2021. Toyota is currently the market leader in solid-state batteries, with over 1,000 patents for solid-state technology to quickly analyze solid-state batteries. We'll contrast the major differences between today's EV batteries and Toyota's. Typically, lithium-ion batteries are filled with an electrolytic solution. Solid-state batteries eliminate the liquid electrolyte in favor of a solid electrolyte. Solid-state batteries are more energy-dense than electrolytic batteries because the solid electrolyte takes up less space. In theory, solid-state batteries operate well, as we've seen in recent years. Solid-state batteries have never been realized. However, Toyota boasts that its solid-state batteries can charge from 0 to 100 in 10 minutes and have a 310-mile range. Nonetheless, Toyota's solid-state battery claim is unsurprising because even if the battery is presented in 2021, the vehicles would use it will not be available till 2025. Toyota claims that the ARAV6 new electric vehicles will be available between 2020 and 2025. However, it's evident that the firm isn't confident in its range, which includes a compact crossover produced in collaboration with Subaru, a small vehicle built in collaboration with Suzuki and Daihatsu, another small crossover, a compact sedan, a minivan, and a mid-size SUV. Toyota expects only 500,000 electric vehicles to be sold by 2025, while Tesla expects millions. That is mainly because, as mentioned earlier, Toyota's CEO believes that automakers will be at the forefront of a variety of vehicle combinations. It's true that Toyota's management is deep-rooted, but I don't think automakers will go bankrupt in the next 5 years. Toyota currently has $10 billion in long-term debt and $5.6 billion in cash. It may seem like a lot of debt at first, but even during the pandemic, the company is still profitable. Therefore, even if Toyota lags behind EV, Toyota can face financial difficulties only if EV occupies most of the market share. In my opinion, car makers never go bankrupt first. The balance sheet between Ford and GM is much worse and not as profitable or efficient as Toyota's manufacturing business. Tell us if Toyota will succeed in Tesla in the next 10 or 20 years, or if you think they'll go bankrupt instead. Do you think Toyota's boss's plans will work? Well, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. See you in the next video.